love, joy, happiness, self-mastery, tests, forgiveness, stuff that I've talked about yesterday. And of course, I was tested, so this is going to be a little bit about that. I'm actually out and about, and I'm driving home. But I had to go and do some Christmas shopping yesterday, as you all know. I did that live, and sure enough, after the live that I did, if you watched it yesterday, hang on tight a minute. After I did that live yesterday, I was tested with obviously doing the right thing, and the universe gave me a really, really hard test that most people would just blow off. And it was facing a fear that I kicked its ass. I kicked that fear right in the teeth. And if y'all recall, one of the things that I would always say is I never want to see my exes. Like, that's just something that I just don't. I don't want really anything to do with anything from my past, but there is karmic cycles that are unraveling. If you'll recall, if you go back to my live yesterday and see that, for a new beginning, there were some things that needed to take place still that we were working on as a collective. And I spoke about forgiveness and embodying that inside. Forgiveness is the highest form of love. Okay? A lot of times people who, humans that do other humans wrong aren't humble enough most of the time to say that they're sorry or take responsibility for their part in the breakdown of a relationship, especially when it's karmic. And it takes two for a relationship to break down, not just one person. Definitely two, especially if it's a karmic situation, that there was past lives in the past that need resolved. Yeah, sure, a year ago, I was not at this place. Like, the, pain of dealing with disappointment after disappointment, seemed like the same thing would happen over and over to teach harsh lessons and stuff like that. And it was like one after another, test-wise. And I got hammered with this. I still wasn't fully healed from the masculine, and what had happened with him. So I had no business in even getting into a relationship with anybody, because there was a lot of healing that I had to do internally. So that was one of the things where I messed up. Getting triggered because I would see, hang on a minute, because I would see things that resembled what I had gone through with my masculine, with other relationships that I was in. And it was definitely triggering and painful, and the whole Four of Swords card with the rejection, the isolation, the abandonment. The feminine had gone through this with our masculine. We've been rejected, abandoned, tossed aside for karmics and karmic relationships, because, and even people in a masculine body, if you're a part of this collective, have gone through the same thing. So it's not just the females in this incarnation that I'm talking about. It's the feminine energy that I'm talking about, because we have both masculine and feminine energy that we carry. Well, there was a lot of resentment with the divine part feminine that we carry, of this pain of being rejected our whole life. A lot of it also has to do with being a starseed light worker in this time, to shift the planet and to raise the vibration of the planet too. We got a lot of snow around here, by the way. Well, I have a story to tell you that had happened. And here's the thing. It takes two to fight. Now people can accelerate that. People can some people just want to be left alone. Well, when you shut off your intuition and not trust your intuition, not trust what the universe is telling you or showing you, especially about situations with people, and especially people that trigger you into fight, flight, freeze mode, because those are the natural responses of trauma. People lash out in very harsh ways, and now I say this with the highest form of love and acceptance and mercy, and giving people grace who have done what they've done. Absolutely, do we need boundaries? You're doggone right, we need boundaries. Yeah, boundaries is huge. We have to have boundaries. Sorry. To protect ourselves. Especially during the time of cocooning and healing. However, when the universe brings something around that needs addressed, needs healed, there's going to be a grace that rests on you and a peace that rests on you when you know you're supposed to do something. There'll be a grace there, and there'll be not an anxious response. It'll just be you know what you need to do and listen to your intuition and walk it out. Walk it out. Well, I never expected to happen what happened yesterday. And it wasn't like a bad thing that had happened. It was a divine thing that had happened because there needed to be not necessarily reconcile. You there and say, oh yeah, I forgive all day long. But if you make the conscious effort of truly forgiving yourself and then truly forgiving others, you're going to be tested on it. The universe is not playing anymore. And before I get into my story of what happened, I need to get in my house. As you see, tons of snow here in Pennsylvania. It's freezing. It's like 27 degrees outside right now. Hang tight a minute. So I get in my house. Hi, fishies. How my fishy doing? Okay. Babies. Look. Look at them babies. Is there any missing? Is there still? Yeah. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet you there's some in the filter again. So I'm gonna have to fix that. What had happened yesterday was kind of meant to happen, I feel. And it's funny because everything that I said, even when I would do readings or took place in someone's life that I know, especially when I would do the Aries reading, I'd be able to tap into that stuff real easy. I knew what was going on. Either way, I ran into somebody yesterday as I was out Christmas shopping. I had to run over to the sporting goods store to grab my dad and my son a gift card. And right across the street from the sporting goods store is my aunt works, which I've spoken about him a few times on here. Nothing recently, because, well, it's kind of relevant at this point. But there was still some unfinished words that needed to be spoken. And it couldn't happen via text. It could not happen via, it needed to be face to face. And the universe set it up. I know that was a divine setup. I don't care who disagrees with me, but it was a divine setup for me to be able to release any karmic baggage between me and that person. Which there was, because there was still some uncertainty. Everything was left on a really bad, everything was left on a bad note. Yeah, sure. Narcissist? Probably, yeah. I'm not saying that. Do we have the right to still harbor bitterness and anger and resentment? For yourself? No. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. You must get this. Forgiveness is for releasing that person to the universe. And absolutely, it took me a long time, like I said, about our pride and being humble. So, roll into the sporting goods place. Oh, there's balance here. We roll into the sporting goods place. Before we got there, I looked over. 2 dudes were outside shoveling snow, and the one just so happened to have been my one ex, the Aries. And to make a long story short, I looked at the fellow I was with, and I'm like, look, I gotta go back and talk to him. There's something that needs said. There's the full card. There's something that needs said. And I didn't know what I was going to say. But it was a divine setup. Knight of Wands. Hi, Jameson. It was a divine setup. Knight of Wands. Now, mind you, this person is an Aries sun, Sag rising, and an Aquarius moon. Okay. Well, I know this person did not want me to, person I was with did not want me to go back there and speak to them, but I did it anyway, because I knew there was a closing happening. And I couldn't let things unraveled. I couldn't let things unsaid. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. 7 of Cups in reverse. I didn't know how things were going to turn out as the Queen of Wands. And if you watch the Aries reading, ooh, there's the Ace of Wands. Universe wants to give a lot of Aries a brand new beginning. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords was there too, yeah. So I marched my happy ass about a block and a half down the street where he and his co-worker were out shoveling. In spite of other person getting pissed off, because I'm going to do what I want. When I feel that God's leading me or there's a divine setup, I can tell. I'm going to do what I want, because it's time to close some soulmate shit, which is in reverse. It's over. Justice. Over. Temperance. Balance. Patience. Moving on. 6 of Swords. I let my wall down. Yes, I did. There was no conflict. I marched my happy ass across the street. And 5 of Swords in reverse. And I said, look, dude. Completely emotionally stable as I did this too. I'm like, look. I didn't like the way things were left unsaid. 3 of Swords. I didn't like the way things were done. I didn't like the way things transpired. And I apologize for my part and not handling things correctly. And weird enough, this person said thank you and appreciated the fact that I could admit my wrongs, because I can. It's called humility. I didn't do everything perfect. However, I needed closure on this. This was a karmic cycle that needed to end. Of all this type of stuff. Most of my Aries readings last year found out he had a kid with the girl he got with right after me. And I congratulated him on that. And I told him he better put a ring on that finger of that girl. She pretty much could do what I could not. So congratulations to her. Whether it was through control or whatever, however she did it, she's a Virgo. They will take control of a situation. The guy doesn't even have Facebook anymore. He told me straight up. It's not like I have you blocked on Facebook. I just don't have it anymore. So I'm rarely on Facebook anyway, nor would I. This isn't about wanting to be in communication with you. This is about righting the wrong of what I did and apologizing. He's like, well, I told you I wasn't doing anything wrong. Which, hi Terry, which his version of wrong and my version of wrong are two different things. I don't give a shit. When you're with somebody and you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be talking to other people behind your significant other's back. You shouldn't be sending messages through Messenger. You shouldn't be talking to other people. You're allowed to have friends, absolutely. But when it turns into third-party stuff, and not even 3 weeks later, you're in a whole new relationship, yeah, you cannot tell me you weren't doing nothing wrong. I wasn't going to stand there and argue. It is crossing boundaries. I wasn't going to stand there and argue with the fella because this was a closing. I was tested yesterday on doing the right thing, confronting a fear, because I was like, I never want to run into these people that I've dealt with in my past. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear their name. However, when I saw him outside, and I changed my cell phone number. I block everybody on everything. They can't get, it's called no contact. However, there was a time, the universe will appoint a time for you to be able to finally close the karmic situations that are unraveling. And I was tested yesterday after my live stream on forgiveness and embodying that. And no matter what this person had done, whether perceived or not, even though I'm not dumb. Just not. Might not think he did anything wrong, and I don't. It is what it is. It's fine. I wasn't going to stand and argue. This had to do with healing me and getting my soul fragment back and getting closure in a good way. It's been almost 2 years. Well, 2 years in April will be the last time. That was the last time I spoke to him. Now, from what I hear, he no longer has Facebook or... So congratulations to that Virgo who could get that under control, because it wasn't working out when it came with me. That was a definite. Things happen. We have to realize things happen for a reason. People are supposed to, just because it didn't work out with me, I'm glad it worked out with somebody else for him. That he was able to finally grow up And like I said, I knew. You got with a Virgo. She ain't gonna put up with shit. And that's even what I told him. I said, those Virgos won't put up with shit. I said, you might have thought they, you needed a lesson that people can walk away. You need a lesson. He needed that lesson that, people can say, fuck you, you're not treating me like this. Take it into the next relationship and learn from your mess ups. So if you see this, or if she sees this, congratulations on your new child. Virgos aren't gonna put up with it. Congratulations on being able to rein in that Knight of Wands energy. And I just hope you didn't do it through manipulation, but because that never works out well. And there's a lot of resentment usually behind that when you use manipulation. Hopefully it's true love. So either way, I got closure. And it had nothing to do with that I want anything to do with this person. It was for me. So that I could open up my heart again and find healing for myself. Because that was one person who, yeah, there was still a little bit of bitterness and resentment. But when we actually spoke, it was good. Because it needed, the things that I had to say needed to be said. Especially the way I handled myself. And I told him, I'm like, you triggered the fuck out of me. Like, he said, well, you did that to me too. And I said, well, that's because it was a karmic situation. That's why. It was karmic. And this right now is a karmic close. I don't either feel like if I see you out, I hate you, or that I have any issues. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that he found somebody that can make him happy. Happy that he had a son. And now this is the closing of that. So congratulations. Like I said, I didn't even know what I was going to say when I was like, I know I have to talk to this person. There was no other way he'd be able to get a hold of me, or that I'd be able to get a hold of him. I don't freaking memorize phone numbers, nor do I want to. It wasn't something that needed to be said. It needed to be face-to-face. Not to mention, it was a test for me. See how I'd handle myself. No. Did I expect to run into him? Fuck no. But I knew my gut was just telling me, you have to go close it. Like, I didn't even know what I was going to say. But I marched my happy ass right back to where he was. And just like, look, dude. I apologize for my part. Because I didn't handle myself the best. I was still healing from the last situation with my divine masculine. And there was no way I was even close to being ready to even try something new, especially with somebody else who was still healing too. Jumping from a relation to relationship, just, that never really works out well. And manipulation doesn't work out well either. Universe will call you on that. Trying to manipulate somebody, that's closing. Now, like I said, if there was no ill intent, obviously, I just wanted to make sure that if I saw him, or if not to mention, I swear, I saw his mom. She even said her name. It was on Thanksgiving night where I was. And he swore, well, that would have been her. I'm thinking, looked just like her. Even her name sounded just like her. So, okay, well, maybe it was her twin. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I saw her. And then she slipped out. She was at somewhere that most people wouldn't think that she would be, or she would be, but I know what I saw. Either way, dude is happy, and that's all I care about. I'm happy, that's all I care about. That cycle is closed, and if I see them out in public, that was one thing that I was like, I don't want to see him, or ever, because I knew that she was, I knew from all the readings I was doing last year that someone was going to get pregnant. There was going to be something happening. And sure enough, Blue Flame called it again. She trapped him. In my opinion, out of fear, but she got it. She had nothing to fear. He chose her. So it's balanced out now. In Sagittarius season. And this is something, this is karma. Look, if you watch the Aries reading, I even talk about it. The universe saw everything. People don't get away with shit. Make sure your hands are clean. Embody forgiveness. Even in that Aries reading, I was like, look, there's going to be something. Tower. Boom. You're going to be tested. You're going to pass. I'm not telling everybody to do this. This just happened. I just took a leap of faith and I was like, I don't know how this is going to go, but well, let's talk. Because if I wouldn't have, there could have still been a lot of this going on. Curses spoken. You know, and it being stuck there in your energetic field, especially with trifecta, third party, anger, bitterness, resentment. Look at that. It's like the speaking curses, man. We're not doing that no more. We're speaking life. And that's why I say, everybody congratulate my ex on his new child. That he's happy and they can build a firm foundation. Because any baby that's born right now is a magical little being. During this time, that child was born during squares and a stellium. During retrogrades, like 7 planets retrograde. And I'm like, it'd be a powerful little boy. So, now, that was a test for myself as well. It's funny, like I said, right after I did that live stream yesterday, I got tested almost immediately on humility and forgiveness. Being happy for something that really hurt me, but still being happy because they're happy. So, congratulations. If you've made it this far and you're now being tested by the universe to be like, all right, we're going to put this right in front of your face. What are you going to do with it? Here's your opportunity. You're going to miss the opportunity to close the cycle. You're going to miss the opportunity to show somebody kindness and forgiveness that hurt you. You're going to miss the opportunity to at least admit your wrongs. Or are you going to hold on to it and be stuck in this next phase of, you don't got time. I'm telling you, if you get the opportunity, I'm not saying go seek it out. The universe will bring it to you. If there's something that still needs cleared, the universe will bring it to you and present the opportunity and say, what are you going to do with this? Well, you just talked to me and gave me a bunch of stuff about forgiveness, and here's my opportunity to express kindness and forgiveness and humility, even when you've been done wrong or even perceived done wrong. Because some people can perceive what they did wasn't wrong. Let them perceive it that way. You might perceive that they did do you wrong. Put it in the hands of the ultimate judge. And let the judge weigh it out. Let the judge weigh it out. Be like, what comes around goes around. What comes around goes around. You're going to get the truth. About things that have stopped you from being able to proceed forward. Most of us are our own worst enemy. We don't even realize it. Makes things very unstable and very uneven. We're our own worst enemy, especially when we know the truth. They might not know the truth. Their ignorance is not your ignorance. And they very well, they probably they'll see in time. The universe will show. You can't make somebody enlightened that don't want to do the work. Now, I know I was a catalyst. This person had said that. The person said I had triggered the shit out of him too. Well, because there's things being exposed that I saw. That was in reverse. There's manipulation, King of Swords, that I saw that needed reconciled. There's soul fragments that needed to come back, that needed reconciled from a perceived manipulation that my intuition was telling me. Most intuitive queen in the deck. I know what was going on. I'm not dumb. I got the victory. And there was no anger. And there was no resentment at this point. I'm good. I just want to move forward with a new start for me. And wish your enemies I say that in quotations because really, they're not an enemy. They were a teacher. They were a lesson. They were a lesson. So that you could be blessed in this next phase. It's just, you have to do the right thing. Take that leap of faith and do the right thing. When these opportunities present themselves, do the right thing. The days of harboring resentment and anger have got to stop. You need to be able to fill up your own cup. Be emotionally fulfilled within yourself. You're going to see. Ooh, there's a Prince of Cups and a Princess of Wands. Knight of Cups and a Princess of Wands. When you speak things out, it very well could reconcile. There's the Emperor right underneath that with Temperance. Hear somebody out. If the opportunity presents itself. I was tested. I got tested big time. Because this person, that's how I felt. Betrayed. Big time. Even though like I knew things that were going, betrayed. Big time. So the universe is like, okay, time to close this out. It was karmic. Here's your truth. Speak your truth. Do it with compassion and take the leap of faith. Truth and passion. Time to take a step forward if the universe presents the opportunity, especially with old relationships that needed to end, so that something brand new can balance out. I said this masculine is on the rise. Your masculine energy is on the rise. Be bold, because the universe got some beautiful things coming. Very beautiful things coming. Some of us, including myself, have been doing this. We know what our intuition was telling us. We knew that swords were all around. People were trying to hide it behind a facade. But you see, and this is like the ultimate gaslighting card, you see what has happened here. There's the Empress. This is coming into alignment. Building empires. This is how you do it. We're not to roll with an iron fist over people. We can't control what anyone else does. We can only self-master ourselves and self-master our own emotions. We allow the universe to be like, all right, I'm going to show you how much I love you, and it might be painful, but you'll be stable at the end of all this. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to let you go into some confusion and ruminating and because you actually see what's happening. But it's all for your betterment. Whew. All of it. It's because there's new coming. And that old gotta go. It's gotta go. And how you close out the old. Universe is gonna give you the opportunity to. I'm telling you, you might be running into people that need closed out the right way. Allow it to close. Stay humble. Admit your wrongdoing. Forgive yourself first. Because then you can extend that to others. Even if they spoke nasty about you. Even if they smear campaigned you. Which they probably have. People talk shit all the time. Doesn't make it true. When you learn this is the vault that walks you into your future. With no anger, no resentment, no bitterness. And you become the emperor and the empress that you were meant to be. You're leveling up. You're calm. Fearless. In the face of karmic contracts unraveling. It had to happen. It happened the way it did. It was kind of funny, like I said, because the person was like, I don't have Facebook no more, and I don't, like, I came over here to apologize for my response and the way I reacted. And it wasn't okay. The triggering was not okay. Do I have regret? No. No, I don't. The only thing I regret is the fact that I couldn't get to that place of indifference. I knew the truth. And many of you know the truth of the situation. However, like I said at the beginning of this, it takes two to tango. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their own demons they're dealing with. It's self-mastery. And becoming grounded. Even after horrible pain and loss. 5 of Cups. And I'm going to say this. That if you're done clearing all this stuff and you're doing what you're doing, you'll know because the universe will make divine setups. I'm calling it out. There will be divine setups. Hi, OG Light Warrior. There'll be divine setups. To where you're going to be able to get closure on things and situations that weren't going anywhere for you anyway. They weren't. They were stuck energy. 10 of Wands. And a lot of burdens that you were carrying. It was stuck. You couldn't release it. Because you were still holding on internally. Because it was karmic. 6 of Cups. It was definitely karmic. So be looking out for those, don't let it pass you by. If you get the opportunity, listen to your intuition. Be obedient. Even if you don't know what to say. The universe will give you the words. Like I said, I wasn't going to go into the whole conversation. Nor was I going to stand there and argue. I just wanted to apologize for the way I handled myself because it wasn't very godly. And I was very triggered by that person for a long time. Now, some of it very well could be due to other things that I'm pretty sure about. But we're not even going to get into that because that's really irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant at this point. That's not my problem. What is my problem is holding on to things that no longer serve me, especially bitterness and anger about something that has no right to take up any more residency in my auric field, in my mind, or in my heart space. Has no right to be there. So like I said, kudos and congratulations. I knew. I already knew. It was just a confirmation of something that I was not clear about. But I am now. I'm 100% totally clear. That person's free. I'm free. But I wanted to come on and tell you the story. Because after I did that live stream yesterday, like, the universe is like, all right, you are now going to get tested on everything you just said. Pass. It was divine. It was divine setup. And like I said, I was getting synchronicities that something was going to happen. I didn't know what it was. I didn't expect that. And I did not expect, because I'm usually like this, keep it away from me. I'll be within an inch of your life after I just got the victory over this eye. Yeah. But I listened to my intuition. And it turned out good. And I'm truly happy. I'm glad someone found love. No matter what form they think it's in, I'm glad that they found love. Because that's what this planet needs. It needs more of that. It doesn't need more control. So, like I said, we can't control other people. We can't make other people love us. Especially when they're meant for somebody else. That's one of the things we have to get through our head too. Just because you're in a relationship with somebody, they very well could be someone else's divine masculine. We could have been the karmic in their life, or they could have been the karmic in our life. Got to let it go because God has plans for everybody. Some people are in your life for a season. Some people are in your life for a lifetime. Some people are in your life just to teach you a lesson. Especially when it comes to letting go, humility, and forgiveness. Staying humble. Anyway, that's pretty much what I have to say. I wanted to give you a little bit of get ready to get tested. We have Jupiter and Saturn going into Aquarius. The 21st is going to be, this is the winter solstice. You really want to go into this next season carrying that old baggage from old people instead of being able to close it out correctly with forgiveness and no bitterness? I don't want that. I don't want to harbor any anger. I want to be free of any constraints that have held me back. Yeah, I do feel that sometimes we need apologies and we deserve apologies. Sometimes people just aren't going to apologize when they've done you wrong. Are you going to let that hold you back? If they can't even see it, that's their own ignorance. Your responsibility is to you and your own soul. Your responsibility is to the collective as well. This collective is no joke. Exactly. I knew what you meant. We don't fraternize with the enemy here. We don't fraternize with Satan's kids. However, when you show somebody grace and you show somebody humility and you're able to extend forgiveness and apologize for your part, that speaks volumes about you and your growth. No matter how they receive it. They don't even have to receive it. But depending on how you approach the situation, many times they will, and you'll get free that way. So, figured I'd come on and let you all know. Like I said, everybody shout out my ex and his woman. They had a little magical baby, so congratulations. And I wish you nothing but the best and Merry Christmas. And it's like I said to him yesterday, you better put a damn ring on it and you better marry this girl. So she was able to get yo ass in line. That don't happen with an Aries very often. So congratulations to her. I love you guys. You guys all take care. See you later. I even had to pull card. I even got some cards out to pull. What is that one? Oh yeah, 5 of Pentacles. You've been left out in the cold. You're yeah. Oh boy. There's the spy card. You either speak your truth or you're getting the truth. The truth is coming in quickly. You're going to be presented with karmic justice. Balancing out the scales. Okay? I love you. Take care, and if this happens for you guys, I want to know. Leave your comments down in the description box. I actually tell you guys real life things about my story and about my process. Now, please share this video too, because you want to know what? Well, this person has a personality, so it's not even about that at this point. It's about making sure my soul is in alignment with the Most High and doing what the Most High would do. Because the Most High loves everybody, regardless. He created everybody. So, yep, we don't like narcs. Yep, they're operating on some kind of evil program. Many of us have also operated on some pretty shitty programs before we woke up. And we're toxic in very many ways. And nobody's perfect. That's why we have to extend forgiveness. We need more love in this world, not division and hate. So, I want to thank everybody who came on. Like I said, share this video. Like it. Thumbs it up. Let me know what's been happening with you. And this, you'll be seeing that, dude, when this happens to me, the collective, it trickles down. It's called being a leader. Hi, Queen of Swords. Well, you'll have to go back and rewatch because it's a doozy. After my thing from yesterday, wait till you hear what had happened. Oh, one other thing. Look, after all that, because I went Christmas shopping, and I did get some more filler beads, some beautiful beads. Oh my gosh, I got some pretty, because I have like 6 bracelets I have to make right now. And a couple jars like this that I have to make that were ordered for Christmas presents. So I had to go get the stuff for that too. Plus I had to stop and get some gift cards yesterday. And y'all know how I feel about where cover my mouth and cover my face, and how I feel about carbon monoxide and oxygen and plant lives matter. We all know how I feel about this. And I refuse to be in public and wear one of those on my face. So, but I don't mind wearing a scarf. I didn't have one yesterday, but I did like this. So, I was like this. Well, sure my daughter's here, but she's upstairs. I ended up having to run into the mall, which it's the first time I was in the mall in like a year or two. But I had to run into the mall and get her a gift card because she likes Hot Topic. So we walked through Boscov's, walk out into the mall, which most of the stores are closed in there. It's so ridiculous. So I have my shit zipped up. You're walking through, like, you can only see my eyes. Hi, how are you doing? And I even had sunglasses on, so they really couldn't even see my eyes. But I walk into Hot Topic. Guy I was with, he refuses to wear a mask, and he's just like me when it comes to this. They're like, do you have a mask? I'm like, nope, I'm just here for a gift card real quick. Just here for a gift card for my daughter for Christmas. Well, we have masks here, and dude's like, I'm not wearing a mask. I don't wear it anywhere I go. Well, don't, and then the virtue signaling started. And I'm like, look, all I need is a gift card. Here's $50. Give me the gift card so we can get out of here. And they're arguing. Well, I don't see what the big deal is. Why can't you just, because I'm not complying. That's what the big deal is. Not losing my freedom of being able to breathe freely. Because I said, you're lucky I'm even like this. For real. I'm not wearing a freaking one of those face diapers. I'm not. So give me the gift card so we can leave. The longer you stand here and argue, the longer we're going to be swapping air. So give me the gift card so we're not swapping air. Well, guess what? Well, dude was like, well, you can call security. It's something else. You can call security on me. Oh, if that's how you feel, like, call security. And I'm just like, dude, shut up and just let me stop. Just shut your mouth so I can get this damn gift card and we can get out of here. Well, they gave me my gift card. Yes, they did. I won't comply. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thank you very much. However, I will apologize to people who I feel the universe is telling me to apologize to. And when presented the opportunity, I will show grace to people when the universe shows me to, or wants me to. But I will not comply with the tyrannical government. They're not over me. God's over me. I was going in there to get a gift card. That could have taken 1 minute. Instead, they wanted to stand there and argue for 5. And apparently there was, which I didn't see because I wasn't looking around. I was just getting a gift card. Apparently there was somebody that was video recording that we wouldn't wear a mask. Fuck that. I don't care. I'm not going to. I'm not going to comply. And everybody else should be doing the same thing. If we all stick together, they can't control us. We just got to get everybody to stick together and say, we're not doing it. We didn't do it during any other flu season. We're not doing it with this. You're not stealing our freedom. Sorry. Either way. Spirit came to set the captives free. I'm coming here to help set the captives free. I won't wear one. The only time I wore one is if I have to go to the dentist or the doctor. That's it. If I have to go into a hospital, I get that. A medical facility, sure. There's people that are sick. Absolutely. But when I'm out just doing what I need to do, in a store, not going to happen. Not with this girl. You're not going to shut me up. That goes for ScrewTube, too. Not going to shut me up. They've been, I've noticed a lot of my readings have not been getting out either. I've noticed that. Or I'd have 1,000, 2,000 views. They're not sending out notifications. They're not sending out... Well, that's good. They're not sending out notifications. They're not sending... My stuff isn't on recommended. They have me on lockdown. ScrewTube. So they could take my platform. I have a Rumble. I'll start on Rumble. Hey, if you got... I'm going to start doing videos and stuff on Rumble. So please follow me over there. As soon as I get my hand on stuff, I'm done with ScrewTube. I made $100 off of ScrewTube this year, and they stole all of my super chat. So ScrewTube can screw off. I'm thankful for the fact that I'm able to at least have my Ascension stuff on here, but I think as of the beginning of next year, you'll find me over on Rumble. Yeah, I get it. That's more for free speech, political stuff. Well, guess what? I'm going to be a tarot reader on Rumble. Either way, I love you guys. Take care. I guarantee I'm not going to be censored there. And I guarantee I'm going to have a lot of freaking subscribers. Because I'm telling everybody to go over to Rumble. Screw YouTube. Let them have their communist platform. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I love you. Take care. Bye.